Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Latest Cricket Roundup, episode number 7 on our channel, which is Howzzat Cuz. I think it's been some time since we've been doing the latest cricket roundup, and I know there is no set periodicity for it, but we are back because there's been a lot of cricket that's been happening and a lot of off-field cricket commentary also that has been happening. So, stay on, watch what we have to say, and yeah, it's a full house today. How are you guys feeling?
Excited.
Fantastic.
Test cricket is
Excited.
back.
Yeah,
Three test
exactly.
crickets, three test matches. So
And some amazing results. Some
yeah,
expected shitty results, but some amazing results.
Okay.
Uh, to be
Yeah.
honest, there's one exciting non-cricket thing that has happened in a match. So I'm excited to cover that more than the whole match.
Okay. Okay. And Kishore?
Yeah, I think it has been a great week and a half for Test cricket. In a few things that have happened, like Bangladesh winning over Australia. Uh, the rise of Bangladesh in red ball cricket is something really has been really good. I think uh, from somewhere I've seen a stat saying that the last five away wins came in last 5 years or something for them. Yeah,
Last
so
3 years, if you have to be
Yes.
even
yeah,
more precise.
Mm.
yeah. So that is a great improvement. It's it's great to see one more subcontinent team dominating, considering the two teams that have to dominate have gone down.
Okay. Now that because Kishore has already picked up Bangladesh, Australia, I'll just give the viewers what we are talking about. It's the first test that happened in Darwin between 13th and 16th August. It was the first test that they were playing in 23 years. Australia never bothered to play with Bangladesh. They thought they were too good to play Bangladesh, and they played the first test because of the WTC in Darwin. Um, Australia won the toss and decided to bat first. They scored 198 in first innings, with Hassan Mahmood getting 6 wickets. It's only Steven Smith's 71, which actually made the score even to 198. Otherwise, it would have been really poor. Everyone failed. Everyone failed. We'll come to the details about performance and everything. In reply, Bangladesh scored 426, putting Australian bowlers for 138 overs on the field. And there was a time after the second new ball where they were down to 6 wickets. I think Hazelwood and Stark combined to take 3 wickets in 3 overs. But Mehdi Hasan Miraz batted with the tail for 53 overs to extend that lead. But the standout performers have to be Tanzit Hassan Tamim, who scored his century in a second test match, one beautiful stroke-filled century. And then Shanto, the man, I really liked what I saw of Shanto. I have been a Shanto skeptic, but I think I'm turning a leaf. Uh, a, a really pleasing 84 and great captaincy throughout the test match. And like I said, Mehdi Hasan scoring a 50 to, top it off. And then in the second innings, Australia avoided the follow-on and scored 284 runs, with Cam Green coming in at 5, scoring his first century on Australian soil and third century. That was like, but Mehdi Hasan again being the magic bowler and picking 5 wickets, with Hassan Mahmood chipping in with 3, which meant that Bangladesh required just 57 runs to win, and they did that on a canter. It was a match where Bangladesh dominated every day, and I can also say every session. That's how comprehensive this victory was. And Australia was a full strength squad. It's not like, Australia had any pace bowlers missing, like in Ashes, where they didn't have, Hazelwood or Cummins, etc., which is what makes this test victory even more, I think, uh, yeah, even more historic and even more amazing is the fact that I think Bangladesh have a template which they can follow to win away tests. Yeah. So what do you guys have to say about that?
and in terms of historic
Just
moment,
a
I think I'll put it above that Sri Lanka South Africa as well. To be honest, it was that comprehensive. Like that went down to day five. This was like you just rubbed Australia to the ground and just it was just brutal and amazing to be honest to watch. So
yeah,
yeah.
just just one correction. Australia did travel to Bangladesh in 2017,
So
and there was
I was talking. Yeah. Sorry.
got very good. But nonetheless, that was a drawn series too. It is not that Australia, and I think this to Naveen's point, I there is no point calling this an upset because it's as if Bangladesh was the far superior side that just came in and played cricket like they usually do, and Australia, with all of their greatness, was scared to play them or something like that. It was far more superior, and I think you covered most of the things well, where you're saying that they dominated. There is in every which angle, including the use of spinner to the pace bowling quartet to everything. It looked as if Bangladesh was so comfortable playing in Australia, even though they were playing it for the first time in 23 years. So, essentially, none of these players, including Mushfiqur Rahim, who is
Oh,
the
even he did
granddaddy,
not play.
who
No,
is the
he
granddaddy
played.
of Test cricket. No, he didn't play in 2003. The last time
Yeah.
Bangladesh traveled, Mushfiqur Rahim was also a 11-year-old or a 12-year-old. So, including the granddaddy of that team, none of them traveled to Australia, and this is the first time they came in, but they played as if they knew what to do. That means the bigger thing that I was very very impressed about with Bangladesh is the mind aspect of it. They really saw, they understood how to play Test cricket there. They adapted and then they played, which is what Australia lacked. Like using eight bowlers against Bangladesh, which showed clearly that Cummins completely lost his cool. He was not able to really set pressure. The Australian players not at all, the batters not at all understanding how to play. For example, both the times head got out by dragging on. You can say all the three times. Even today's wicket
Yeah.
had again dragged it back onto the stumps. So they really the Australian batters were not able to adapt. Forget the first time. You could say the first time there was a slight element of toss, but the second time when they came back to bat in that match as well, they never really understood how to bat on that pitch. Whereas Bangladesh really took to cricket there like fish to water, where they were absolutely brilliant, scoring 400 on Australian soil, whether it be Darwin, McKay, SCG, whatever currently is brilliant, and that was job excellently done. I was very impressed with their batting. Of course, bowling, which essentially meant they won, but essentially what made it very comprehensive is the batting.
Uh, I have some weird takes on this thing. One, I see this Australian aging side, and I've been telling, they don't have anyone else apart from them that they can field. Me and Naveen were discussing uh, just recently that, they how they ruined their own talent, too. Like the whole batting setup and everything. Like they had batters, but they ruined themselves. And this I have been saying, like they are doing the same mistakes as what England did, where you are dragging, like as England dragged Oliver, they are dragging Manas that much.
Even their opener, the way they dragged. Why am I forgetting
Crawley.
his name?
Raja,
Crawley.
no,
Oh, you're saying England.
Yeah,
England.
the way England dragged with Crawley, even they are dragging with like some players, and there's no output out of it, but they're still just persisting with them. I don't
And
see. So what we were discussing was, I don't see why Nick Madison did not get as many chances. I don't see why um Renshaw did not get as many chances, or
Bancroft,
Bancroft or Hanscom did not get.
Bancroft, yeah, Bancroft, we know that there are a different problem, Bancroft and the bowlers. But
Or
I
Hanscom, for instance. Even Hanscom was there in the setup, but never taken that seriously.
so
But
this is the
Labuschagne
thing.
was given,
Yeah,
yeah.
because even last year when Labuschagne was dropped before the Ashes, when he went back to the domestic setup, he ended up again scoring a century and he was still averaging over 40. So the thing is, I think fair. They have ruined their batting, but it's not exactly the England style where England essentially moved away from their county cricket. They are like, I don't care about county cricket. In this case, they, I don't want to call amped up their pitches, but essentially the batting in domestic is so difficult. Essentially, you know, in the last 4 years, again, what who averages above? I mean, who actually has a good average? Even now,
Cam
Cameron
Green.
has a very good average. He's above 45. but he's still not able to make it once it comes to Test cricket. So you can again see the difference in their one, as we have been speaking elsewhere, like between Ranji and Test cricket, County and Test cricket, Sheffield and sorry, Shield and Test cricket. So you have one that difference, but the second part is batting in Australia currently is so difficult that none of them
Yeah, we
are
can see
able to
that
do it.
today. We can see what happened today as a prime
So
example. But
Yeah,
that
but
doesn't
So
mean
even in their Shield, that's the same thing. So Marnus went back and scored centuries. That's why he was gotten back into Ashes. Then
I
at the
I
go on, go on,
sorry
go on.
sorry to interrupt you. I get the point that what you're saying. Like I have also seen the Shield performances and
Hmm.
everything. But when you see we apart from putting it out online, we have been doing this from past 3 4 years, right? Where we have been talking constantly. You can like before this, like we can name certain people. Like these are some upcoming talents which are coming, which we can look out for Australia or someone. Now we can't even say that, these are the upcoming people whom we can think about and whom we can see that, maybe he in down 3 4 years he will be the next big thing, or he will come into the team and break out, or he will get a chance, something like that. That is also what we are not saying. Especially, I am more concerned that once this four major bowlers will go out, there's no one out there. Spencer Johnson frequently getting injuries. Nathan Ellis frequently getting injuries. Uh, who else?
Richardson.
Neesar
Rich,
is 35. What's the other dude's name? I forgot last. He
Richardson
played
is
in Ashes.
30.
Richardson, Jai Richardson, like
Guy
always
Richardson is
injured.
still okay at 30, but injured. Who's that
Yeah,
bowler who bowled?
Sean Abbott,
Meredith,
Sean Abbott. Sean Abbott.
John,
32 if I'm not wrong.
32. Abbott was 32.
Riley Meredith. So there are no as such players for them, to be very honest. And while making the reel, when we three were discussing, I also said that this is an aging Australian team, and there are no replacements for them as such that will come and conquer as
So
these
there's a
people.
question I have for you guys, and I guess all four of you. This I and Prashant are not discussing on the side once. Whom do you think is a bigger problem for them? Is Smith going out a bigger problem, or the pace bowlers going out a bigger problem?
Pace bowlers.
Smith.
Smith.
I feel, yeah, Kishore.
I think it is the pace bowlers. Think without
I
even if see the thing is the pitches like they are producing. My reasoning is the pitches they are producing even without Smith, they can somehow cobble together 150s, 160s, which this pace attack can defend.
So, but the problem is,
I, I think
if
that
you
150,
replace, if you
160 also has
replace,
40 by Smith currently. So I think
yeah, yeah.
without Smith there, it's still Smith who's scoring the chunk of runs. And I think in the near term and at least till midterm, I see the runs as the problem. Like whatever you say, I agree with Kishore's number. Like it's 160, even 200 nowadays they're able to defend. But in that 200, again, a significant contribution is coming from Smith, which is a very big problem that Australia has.
So my reasoning is, if you take out, like, if you look at the Shield bowling averages, right, they're below 20 for a lot of the top bowlers who are not part of the team. So you get them onto these pitches, right? And Shield, they play on similar pitches, right? They play on Gabba, MCG, SCG, Adelaide,
Mm,
and they're averaging
no, I
below
think they
20.
play on the McKay and these pitches.
No, they play on this also, like
Yeah,
Western, they
both.
play on these both. And they're averaging less than 20. So they come and they come, like, look at Neeser, look at Bolland, look at, you
No,
get
but
any player.
all of them will go out together is what we're
No,
trying
I
to say.
don't think
Mm.
so, right? Like, yeah,
Neither will
maybe.
stay. Neither
Neither
will
Neeser
will
might
stay.
go.
stay. Jai
Yeah.
Richardson will stay.
Stay.
Spencer
Mm.
Johnson might stay.
So one other thing is, yes, we are saying there's a lot of cricket, but these names are not playing that much cricket to begin with. And two, nowadays everybody, due to sports science, is able to extend their career by a little bit, right? So of course, the Hazelwoods and the Starks, because they played a lot more cricket, might go a little earlier. But Neeser, who played a slightly lesser cricket, can stay a little longer. And the he might also be tempted by getting an Australian chance and all. And so I think yes, in
Even
the
Cummins
No, but
might
I
stay.
don't.
Cummins is
Cummins
33.
will stay.
I
think
don't see them traveling well, is what I'm trying to say. Even though
true,
they
true.
might, they
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
team is traveling well? Like,
exactly.
name a team that is traveling well.
Traveling well and win a series. Traveling well and do an upset, that's another question.
Hmm.
But traveling well and winning a series, which team
But
is doing?
I
Like
mean,
for example, they have no Lions or
South
sorry,
something.
Africa with Sri Lanka, South Africa only Sri Lanka is left, so we'll know how well that they have, because they have been traveling the subcontinent and they are 3-1 at this point of time. So yeah,
by,
I think.
Yeah, but South
by the
Africa
way,
didn't travel to Australia, right? In the recent
Sorry.
times. South Africa
yeah,
did not travel to Australia in the recent times.
No, last time they did, I think, but no. Last time they did not. No, they did
Mm,
not travel for.
yeah. Go on, you were saying, sorry.
by, yeah, by the way, Jimmy Neesar is also 36.
Yeah, he is. I'm just
No,
saying
but
that
he's saying
he,
he's played less cricket, so
so
Yeah,
he's
of
less.
played
course.
38, 38
As
and a half.
as I said to Naveen, like any major trophy comes or anything comes, first four names are put out. These four names are only put out, right? Like you are not giving chances to even Jai Richardson or even
On Abbott or anyone.
Sean Abbott or even back in the day Sean Taint or Kyle Richardson or someone used to play apart from some big names like Mitch Johnson used to be there or Bradley used to be there, but a name like Sean Taint or someone Kyle Richardson, someone used to go and someone used to
Oh,
play matches to give Faulkner to give rest to their major bowlers in better matches. But what is this near obsession of only these three or these four? Your whole pool is now full of inexperienced players and who are aging.
So
So
I think Australia, to an extent, yes, you would see, but most of the replacement players you're talking about around Mitch Johnson and everyone also did not play as many matches. But one thing, I actually wanted to share that article with you guys. I missed it completely. The number of injuries that even the backup bowlers are facing in Australia is also insane. That that is a more epidemic problem where, which I think the article put it well. They're extrapolating it to pace bowlers across the world, which now get into the fact about the biomechanics. And I think thanks Kishore, pace against time
hmm.
Australia. Yeah.
uh,
So
by the way, like you remember last year when we were talking, you only said that when I was scribbling about Indian fast bowlers and lack of Indian fast bowlers
yeah,
and everyone being injured. So you only said that it is very natural to get injured, but the amount of people you produce makes the thing uh, bit more this thing like competition and increases the fact, and you
yeah,
have to cut down matches for each player.
yeah,
The consistency which uh, currently Mitch Stark or uh, Pat Cummins, these people are showing, it is impossible for any other players to do it
yeah.
at current stage. It is not possible for them. You have to select certain games that they will play and certain games they will rest. And you have to keep this narrative of nation first and everything keep aside, even for Jasprit Bumrah. He is your main gun bowler. Play him certain matches. Don't play him for each and every match. It is not needed for him to
Yeah.
travel to Sri Lanka or any smaller place.
To a
Sorry for
certain
smaller, but yeah.
to a certain extent, that is where at least the Australia. I'm going to scold them the next moment because I think the talk is about Bangladesh versus Australia. I'm going to scold them in a minute, but they're they take care of their players well. So in that angle, that gives them the flexibility that some of these players, for example, that do not travel regularly to IPL. They are like, I'm going to take rest during the IPL season, so on and so forth. That's how they can. For example, Touchwood, and I hope he plays more. But I'm really impressed by Stark how he is able to become a better bowler of Test cricket at the age of 36. I think this is the best of Stark with red ball. I have not seen Stark this good with red ball even earlier on in his career. And that is actually really, really lucky for Australia because that means the pressure is off of Cummins, who was the best bowler in the last 3 to 4 years for them.
Hmm.
Prior to that, there was Hazelwood. So even within these three people, they're able to take chances or they're able to take periods. But going back, I feel like the lack of scoring runs there, and we did not speak about Nathan Lyon, which I don't think they have a replacement in mind at all. At least for pace bowlers, there is someone who can come and do. I don't think they have anyone per land. But yeah, I think Smith, the genius he's still able to score runs there. And with the fact that most of the times he's coming, I think if you compare the median entry point of Smith versus median entry point of Root, I think Smith is coming at least 6 to 7 hours before Root, even with the shitty openers that Root has. Uh, but
Yeah,
I
but
think,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah. Sorry for this thing, but as much as this is about Australia's lack of,
yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, I was
uh,
going to
yeah,
mention
scoring, right?
Bangladesh.
yeah.
I think we
Let's
should
pivot,
talk about
back
how
to Bangladesh.
amazing Bangladesh has been. They were shot out. I think Kishore, we were talking, right? They were shot out 54 before this match, before
Hmm.
this game in a tour game. But the way that they came and applied themselves, what are the most thing that impressed you most about Bangladesh?
I I will just simply want to say one thing. I feel Mendias and Miraj will be the biggest all-rounder in recent times.
Taking
This
over from
is,
Ravindra Jadeja.
yeah, I mean,
And being an
like carrying
Aussie.
on.
Hmm.
Yeah, he will carry on the legacy of Shakib Al Hasan for them.
Okay.
And to be very honest, I'm very much impressed with how both Shanto and Mendias and Miraj have developed their insanely performing well. And I hope Shanto also brings his bowling a bit back, but I have not seen him bowl in such a long time. So I hope he does ball. And to be very honest, I'm very much excited to see how they do in South Africa because I feel they can produce an upset if they are full in swing on their day.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone else who wants to add to that?
I think I already mentioned, but I'll mention again. The biggest thing that I really enjoyed about this Bangladesh is how the way they applied their minds. They really read the pitch and they played according to the pitch, especially when it comes to batting. Nowadays, because now the more difficult skill is batting. I'm just talking about that. But that is the key feature of batting nowadays. It's not simply wham bam bass ball or
Okay.
random
Okay.
cut shot on every with ball you get. But no, I think that is I really enjoyed Bangladesh batting.
Also, one small thing I want to add that after a long time, I'm very happy to see a team playing 153 runs,
138,
136 overs, sorry,
38 overs.
138
Yeah.
overs. I'm very happy to see some, like at least they are making the bowlers sweat. Where nowadays it's very hard that, they pitch in perfect line for five deliveries and one wrong line and you get the wicket. But finally, they have pulled that off.
Yeah.
Especially in Australia, yeah, absolutely.
Hmm. I think they adjusted the bounce well and they left really well. I think that is the main thing. Unlike other team which don't know how to leave the ball, they really left the ball uh, really well. So that I think that has helped, right? At the end of the day, everybody knows. Even though Australia have the two all-rounders in that 11, apart from the four main bowlers. It is those four main bowlers who have to do a lot of heavy lifting. Even though you have the two all-rounders, they don't they cannot extract wickets like these four can do. So if you leave these four well, then they'll be under a lot of pressure to perform.
Okay. Naveen?
I mean, I love the way the Australian media cried, the commentators. I mean, it was so absurd of the amount of biasness that the Australian commentators had. They called Bangladesh Sri Lanka twice. They they said that their height was an issue because they are not that gifted
All
by height. That is why it is difficult for them to adjust lines for the bowlers, something of that sort. And then I don't know what happened today, how suddenly they managed to bowl them out for 64 then. So I don't understand.
Okay. Okay. So one
And
thing that
also
yeah.
but in a way, even if they called them for the test series, there is the respect that they should at least one of the games should have been in a bigger venue. Like both of them putting it in Mackay and Darwin. Even though you call them, you are like, uh,
I think
I
that
do not
could
have
be
an
because
issue.
of One, I don't have any. Second, I think it is because of the schedule. It's happening in August. I don't think you can play in Melbourne or Sydney in August because it's winter over there, right? So you
Or
cannot play. And even Adelaide, I don't think you can play.
yeah, they have
Also,
to play northern. They have to play in
also
northern
it is
Australia.
reserved for Aussie rules football. So you
No, no.
can't.
First of all, they should have never called them in August then,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If don't call them in August, because if you're calling them in August, the only places that you can play is the north, which is Darwin or
Not,
Mackay.
yeah.
So that is the biggest disrespect that they're doing. So I agree with
Mm.
you on that.
I think the biggest disrespect happened already. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
It's
biggest
happened.
disrespect happened where they. I think anyone who would have seen video in 2008.
Yeah, yeah.
These
Please go
cricket
check out
authorities,
Jared's amazing video where he breaks down
he
how
really breaks down.
Australia, has always been avoiding Bangladesh. Yeah.
So, like, just to add to Naveen's point, like you're saying, the commentators are arrogant. The arrogance starts with Cricket Australia. They are such arrogant people, and that such hubris that they really cancelled the tour of Bangladesh hosting Australia for 23 years. The first match they come, they defeat them like this. That's a fairy tale. That's a fairy
And
tale.
So
then the
as much,
audacity to put the pitch like this for the second test just because you lost the first test. To leave more grass so that there's more swing. I mean, you were lucky that you won the toss. Had you lost the toss, it would have been the same fate of
So,
Australia
so
with the way their batters are.
one thing
so
I'll say about this is,
but just before we calling it a fairy tale and all, I want to commend Bangladesh Cricket Board because for the last 3 years they have been preparing these hard pitches. They got the curator Tony Hemming, which I don't understand why Pakistan PCB let him go. But anyways, that's for later in the call about Pakistan and Pakistan Cricket Board. But Bangladesh got the curators, which is why they're been able to build this bowling attack.
bowling
As
attack.
much as we have, talked about their batting attack, they haven't played their full strength bowling attack. Nahid Rana is not
Yeah,
available.
is one of the main. Yeah,
No,
Shariful,
even
Shariful didn't play
Shariful
the
did
first
not
test.
play the first match. Shariful
Yeah.
did not
Shariful
play
didn't
the
play the
first
first test. So can you imagine? So that means they have this. Bangladesh, I think, has the second most exciting fast bowling unit in subcontinent,
match.
right?
No, I'll call it fourth overall. I'll call it fourth overall, to be honest.
yeah.
Second most exciting in subcontinent because I think India has a good quarter. I mean, India has a good this, but that's how great. Maybe fourth overall because maybe better than England also, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously better than England. I would put Australia 1, India 2,
South Africa too.
maybe okay, South Africa
Mm.
2, India 3, and then Bangladesh 4. I would
Or
keep
New
it
Zealand,
better than New
Bangladesh or
Zealand.
New Zealand.
Bangladesh and New
Yeah,
Zealand.
Yeah.
and then it
No,
would
but
be West Indies, to be honest,
Yeah.
yeah, West
next
Indies
batch.
have a great. So this is
So
so imagine building such a great bowling attack, right? And that requires the pitches to be conducive. And so I know that we are calling it a fairy tale and everything, but I just wanted to acknowledge the amount of years of preparation that has gone into this.
Yeah, yeah. To call it to become for it to be a
no, we
fairy
are
tale.
not
I'm not
calling
saying
it
it's
fairy
magic.
tale.
No,
We
no,
are
no,
I'm
not
not
yeah,
calling
calling
it
fair.
magic.
Yeah,
I'm not calling it magic or luck because there's no luck involved in this. This is
no,
clearly a comprehensive victory. And again, can't call it luck because it's not their first away win. Like Kishore already mentioned, right? They have been consistently winning away for the last in the last 3 years. And
absolutely.
I'm waiting for one country to call Bangladesh so that I can watch that match better. But okay, we'll come there later on.
Any last thoughts on? Okay, just to give an update to. So the second test started yesterday on 22nd, whatever it started. On day one, 18 wickets fell, which Stark taking 5 wickets in 22 balls, which is I think the fourth or the fifth fastest ever. The fastest is also
Fifth,
Stark, five
Mm.
fifth fastest.
5 in 18 balls, but 5 in 22 balls. Devastating spell of fast bowling, and they bowled out Bangladesh for 64 with I think the highest scorer being Shoreful himself at number
Yeah.
11 or number 10, if I'm not wrong. But Australia came back to bat, and their new opener, Matt Renshaw, also got dismissed for 8. Uh, I think Travis Head's experiment, we'll have to see how far it goes. That was a beautiful bowl that Shoreful then became Stark and took 6 wickets himself, where only Smith and Green resisted, and Smith was the only one who was comfortable on that. But once Smith got out, they were able to. It's 100. I think it is
65.
165 for 8.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
65 for it. One.
101 lead.
I could read already the Australian commenters talking about, wow, this is such a great lead and everything. I have a sneaky feeling the pitch will flatten out on day 2 and
Yeah.
day 3, and it could just be that Bangladesh.
So
Here's hoping for a Bangladesh victory,
yeah.
but
two
Yeah,
comments just going back, right? So this is where two things. So Australia will also one they have to play in Northern Australia, and Australia will also look into expanding their own Test cricket, right? So that's the reason I don't mind them actually playing in Mackay and
yeah,
playing in,
Darwin.
because anyway the traveling fans will not be as much, and
Yeah,
it's and if they have never paid good attention for them to actually broadcast Test cricket with every team to the level where their own local fans know. So this is an eye opening for the board commentators and then the local fans. So I'm happy that that's okay that they're traveling. And to your point, Naveen, they left a little extra grass on the pitch, but this is a typical Australian pitch in the last 5 years, right? It's not too different to a typical Australian pitch in the last 5 years. This is not the first
So
time that 18 wickets have fell. If you look at the screenshot
yeah,
that you
that is
shared
what
before,
the
yeah,
stat that I shared. So
yeah,
that's concerning, right? It should be concerning for world cricket as to why it is happening so often in
I
Australia.
Yeah, I agree to what you're saying. The fact that someone has to call out that these pitches are not good, I agree to that part. But what I'm trying to say is that eh, currently it's not that they created this pitch. Might not be that they created this pitch in response to their first loss. They can still lose. In that, what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say is that they can still lose
true.
because
But
typically their pitches get a little better to bat second and third day.
and my one point was sorry, Kishore. So I have seen a lot of gloating of Stark that has happened today, but equal credit has to be given to Shariful
Shariful.
of the way he came back.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
I
One
think,
last,
yeah.
Kishore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I think so. The thing is, this has been the trend, right? So they somehow wanted their fast bowlers to not stress a bit. Like that is why I think at the start of this, at the turn of the century, Australians would produce most flattest of the flattest wickets because they had the
Yeah.
likes of Megra and Shane Warne. But now because I think they understood that the fast bowlers require a bit more assistance because of the amount of cricket that they're playing. So they tilted towards having bowler-friendly pitches. But in a way, it's far more tilted towards their bowlers that they're not able to produce any batters, which is again, you need to find a
Yes.
way to have that kind of a
Balance it.
balance somewhere.
Yeah. On ending note about this, I think Kishore had a great question for us last time, and I said neither. Would Weatherall or Marnus go? Weatherall has gone. Weatherall was dropped. But is this Marnus's last test for some time or forever?
Uh, no, McDonald said this is his last opportunity.
So do you think Marnus will, if he doesn't perform in second innings, he's going to be
No,
dropped?
he's done. What? How many last straws do you want to catch to? Of last match, last innings, he's done.
Okay.
Same as Olipo. He's made a comeback, so we don't know.
Okay. Okay. Kishore, do you think Marnus is going or he's
I
there?
I think he's going. It's
Okay.
I think
And
I don't think
he's
he'll
done.
perform even in the second
Shield.
second innings.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if he plays in Shield, maybe, but I don't think he'll be there for this summer. This summer they might try someone new.
Okay. Lalit.
Yeah, I think Marnus will go, but I think by the time we come to India, Marnus will be back because in the meanwhile he'll go to Sheffield and score. There's no one else. Sorry, in Shield. There's no one else overall. So he'll be dropped temporarily, but let's. I think Sheffield he'll come back again.
Okay. Moving on from one continent to another continent, which is the subcontinent, as it's called. Sri Lanka is hosting India for two tests. The first test happened in Galle. It was a rainy affair, unusual amount of rain, apparently, where I think
Hmm.
on an average you got just 70 overs in a day because of rain. But India was still able to produce a result where India won the toss and they elected to bat first. They scored 462, courtesy for me what felt like one of the most beautiful 167 runs that I have seen in Devdutt Padikkal. You can say I am biased. I don't mind. I am biased.
RCB.
No, not just RCB, a
Left-hand,
left-hander.
left-hander elegance.
No,
Left-hander.
no.
Left-hander.
I'm going to shout out RCB.
Maybe
Because the other
RCB
number
also.
three is also a left-hander, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's also an elegant player.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Even Sai
he is
is
not.
very elegant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is not able to prove himself that much.
He,
He is more scared
He's
currently,
he's
got
but I
been
hope he
80s.
comes back.
I hope he comes back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then associated, followed by run out filled KL, or I shouldn't call it run out
Irritating
filled. Will
KL80 again. Not
KL
100.
82.
I don't
I
care
don't
about.
think this man can stat pad, but that's for
Yeah.
maybe this call or different call. I don't know. Uh, and a very nice 50 from Dhruv Jurel, which helped India reach 462.
Oh,
I
great
thought
50 from Pant as well. The way he
No, that's
batted.
in second
I'm
innings.
talking
Oh,
second
second
innings.
innings.
I'm talking
My
the
bad.
first
Yeah.
innings, right? I think the spinners. I think Nuvanta was on debut, so I think he bowled well, but I think Prabhat Jayasuriya bowled again. I don't think Prabhat Jayasuriya is in the best of his form, but they combined to take 7 wickets. In reply, Sri Lanka was bowled out for 284, but at one point of time they were 90 for 5. And there was this amazing partnership between Dikwela and Sonal Dinusha.
Sonal Dinusha.
Uh, Niroshan Dikwela becomes I think he has the second most runs, test runs for a player without 100,
Yeah.
right?
First is one.
First is one. So Dikwela's search for 100 still continues.
And
But
most 50s without 100. He has secured that. 23 50s without 100.
Oh
23
my
50
God, what a poor conversion.
Yeah, but
Even
Sonal
De Silva
Dinusha,
batted well in the first innings.
De Silva
Both
scored
innings.
only 21. Yeah, again,
Okay,
I'm
so
coming
I
to
in
mean,
both
both
he was
innings.
teams,
there.
so
He
Uh,
chewed.
in both teams we have people who are allergic to hundreds.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to add.
Sonal Dinusha playing his fourth test scored a beautiful century, 100 of 160. What impressed me about him was his strike rotation and the ability to keep the run taking over. For India, Manav Suthar playing his second test took 4 wickets. He was the lead spinner for India. Surprisingly, we'll talk more about that. Jadeja assisted him with 3 wickets. In second innings of India, by this time it was raining out and it was the fourth day. They tried to come out all guns blazing. Um, Rahul tried to play in T20 mode uh, and succeeded to an extent, but Rahul scored 35. Devdutt again scored 44. And now, like Naveen said, Pant scored a beautiful 66. Typical Pantian innings. And
Yeah.
he became, I think, he's the fastest cricketer to hit 100 sixes in Test
Yes.
cricket.
20
Right?
matches faster, if I'm not wrong, compared to Stokes.
Yeah. Yeah. To the great Ben Stokes,
Mm,
the world's best,
don't
All
digress.
Third
rounder.
best
Don't
all
digress.
rounder. World's
third
third
best
best
all
all
rounder.
Don't digress. Don't digress.
Yeah. Uh, again, I think Prabhat took. Uh, Here, the fast bowlers were brilliant. Asita Fernando and Lahuru Kumara bounced out India to bowl them out from 193, setting a target of 372. India did start very quickly, right? Like they took like 4 for 47, and then came I wouldn't call it snooze, but the long partnerships and the ball becoming old. Uh, it took DDS played very well, but it took a stupid shot from DDS to just open up the one end. But again, Sonal Dinusha, who looks set for twin centuries, ended up on 84. And that
Digwala got baited by Jaiswal.
the baiting of Dikwela was interesting. I don't know who baited whom. I think Dikwela was baiting Jaiswal or Jaiswal was baiting Dikwela, but it was fun. But it ended up with Suthar taking 10 wickets in the match and,
Mm.
India winning by 165 runs. Two youngsters leading India to victory is what is my takeaway. And that is what really impressed me, that we have a talent pool in terms of I've never doubted batting talent pool, but I've loved what I'm seeing of Suthar. I really, really enjoy watching his bowling. It is such a classical art form. I know Jadeja is great, but I think just watching a finger spinner impart that spin, it was like I won't call him a left-hand version of Ashwin, but I hope he gets to that version of Ashwin where he has those variations and everything. But uh, for me, it should have been Manav Suthar who should have been the player of the match because that was amazing performance. But
Yeah.
again,
I mean,
not
10
taking
wicket
away
haul is
anything
not
from
a, no, but 10 wicket haul is not a joke, right? You can't, 10 wicket haul is
it,
rare
it,
as they come.
it
So,
is not, but I also can see they could have just given it to both of them, and that's also okay with me. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Yeah, expected test victory, as we've said.
so there, that is where I'll go from the other side. I did not expect India to win, to be honest. I expected it to be a draw. I mean, before day's play, like before that series itself, I was a bit of skeptic because I thought it would be Prabhat who would do the major carrying for Sri Lanka and we might struggle. But
He was in very poor form. You
yeah,
know
I
that,
know
right?
he's been in poor form, but I thought that home conditions might help him.
No, he's been poor form in home conditions only.
I mean,
I
but
mean,
also we are India, right? We make who are in poor form, we give them the
yeah.
best form of their life.
So I thought Prabhat might come back, but that did not happen. And Sri Lanka's batting is not as good as I expected. Also, they missed Chandimal, so they had to get a replacement for Chandimal. But so yeah, so all of that combined, I think helped us win. I mean, it was comfortable, but I was skeptic. But yeah, now I see that it was a comfortable win.
Okay. Any counter argument to that, Kishore?
No.
Okay, no
Not
counter argument. Okay. Lalit, anything that you have to add?
Apologies, my headphones went away and I couldn't listen to the last few
Oh,
minutes.
no problem. I can counter that. I just felt I think it's I think like Kishore put it earlier, it is still an up and coming Sri Lankan batting lineup. And this is where my question is, Sonal scored runs at 6, right? That used to be Kamindu's place,
Yeah.
right? And the minute Kamindu moved up to 4, you're seeing that he's struggling with scoring runs. I don't want them to move Sonal up to 4 or something. He's good at 6. Let him be at 6. If possible, push Kamindu to 5 and put DDS at 4 so that you can get more runs out of Kamindu also. Uh, it is very, very, very tough scoring runs in the top order uh, across the world. And I don't want a talent like Kamindu going waste. This is where I think Sri Lanka will have to. Again, I think they dropped. I know it was Nuwanta's first test and he did decently well. Now, how do you nurture him from here? How do you ensure that he becomes your lead spinner, if not second spinner, if not your lead spinner? Prabhat Jayasuriya is on the wane. You can see that on pitches which don't assist or on pitches, if where it becomes very difficult, he's so slow that Indians were able to step out and tackle him or even sweep him. Uh, that does cause a cause for concern because that means that you know good players of spin, which Indians are. I believe Indians are good players of spin on even some amount of difficult wickets, not raging turners. I don't think anyone is a good player of spin on raging turners, but on good amount of Indians will play him well, and that means that even in the second test, I don't know how Sri Lanka will back up because there
Yeah.
are players who have not scored runs who will be
Yeah.
looking to score runs. Shubman Gill is not kind of a batter who will have three failures in a series right now. On flattish wickets, he likes
Even
to go
Jadeja.
big. Even Jadeja, right? Jaiswal. These three are hungry, and I'm pretty sure they will be raring to go. So, as comfortable as it was in the first test, I'm not sure if the second test will be any easier for Sri Lanka because India wants to win and they need to win for them to maintain their position in the World Test Championship. The only player that I am disappointed with is Kuldeep Yadav. Um, Having said that, I just hope he gets one more test. I hope he gets tests till the end of Australia before I can pronounce a verdict on him. But Kuldeep disappointed also in the sense that Kuldeep didn't produce the amount of drift and turn that I would expect from the spinner on such kind of pitches. Uh, but yeah, I think for Sri Lanka, it's an up and coming team. They need to. Their fast bowlers are impressive. I really like their fast bowlers. I am worried about the spin bowling department. And if the senior players in Dinesh Chandimal, Dhananjay De Silva, they buck up, they bat higher. With Pathum Nisanka and Kusal Mendes returning, there
No,
is
they're
a
Yeah.
not
So
good.
where does
returning.
Not
where
now.
does
I'm talking later.
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 I'm talking later.
where does
Uh,
Is Pathum an opener?
Pathum is
Yes.
an opener.
Batum opens, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is what I want to see. If to your point, right? And I want to open the floor to what Naveen wanted to say about Kuldeep earlier, and I want to
Yeah.
listen to that.
So let me put my point and then you guys can go about Kuldeep. So, okay. Kuldeep, during the announcement itself, Shubman said Kuldeep was the third spinner, which already puts him down quite a lot. You have named Manav Suthar as your first, who is only in his second test, Jadeja as your second, and Kuldeep as your third. You as a captain have named him in that order. And then Kuldeep's longest spell has been 7 overs. in Test cricket, that is the longest that he has bowled. I agree that he has not bowled well, but only one 7 over spell, and then rest he has bowled 1, 2 overs here and there. I don't think that does good for a spinner. A spinner needs momentum, and I think that was disrupted, and that is why I don't think we could see the full potential of Kuldeep in the test. So yeah, maybe if I don't see a lot of confidence from player and coach, captain and coach on the player, which is why I think that is happening. Like we can't expect a person who is down and out to always come up and keep performing. So yeah, that is what my thinking was.
Yeah, I just on Kuldeep before I want to talk about Sri Lanka's batting a little bit more.
Yeah,
Uh, uh, on Kuldeep, I think it'll be. I think I want first. I agree to the what Prashantana said. I think I'll wait till end of Australia series, and I hope he consistently gets chance till the end of Australia series. But at that point, I think Kuldeep himself and nobody else can complain that he was not given enough rope. He has been getting chances over the last 2, 3 years. He needs to up. We look back. The only fifer he has in this period is against West Indies, and that was not an out of this world fifer. So if he cannot produce even high standard deviation performance, by that what I mean is every third innings, every fourth innings produce one good performance. I'm not. I can understand that if there is lesser faith in you, you will be a little low and you can't perform every innings. But at least perform every third and fourth innings and show that. And again, I'm talking about subcontinent, not even talking about away from subcontinent. And show that you are able to be that elite spinner, which everyone believes you can. There is enough support you can. You should believe in yourself that you can. First is do you have that belief? After a point, it gets very difficult, especially in a country like India, that someone has to keep pumping you, or especially you can't expect from a young captain. If Sutar is producing that kind of a ball, he will keep getting more of that ball. So you believe in yourself and you have to show. I am eagerly looking at this next two innings because these are again. I want him to have. It like it. I agree with the statement that he needs sometimes longer spells do produce a better bowling, but across the match he bowled 25 overs and leaving a five over spell where he actually apparently turned. None of the remaining 20 overs he actually bowled even like he was able to do something, which is poor. Is all I'm trying to say. So I just want the second innings in the second match where I see him where he can. I want him to produce better bowling. Forget the wickets, better bowling. He's able to beat the batter. Don't go after the rough crazily. But there was some reasoning behind that where I think his body apparently was coming behind the ball better. But again, that was more of a nighter. So I want him to actually bowl better line and lengths, get that drift, get that spin, at least to attack and show that he's an attacking threat, at least in pockets across the match. And if he doesn't go up from there, then I think we are seeing where his career might go. And at that point of time, I don't think it will be fair to say that he can blame anyone else. He has to own up, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Uh,
I
any thoughts on KD? Yeah.
I don't think he'll get chance to live in Australia. I think the Sri Lanka test might be his last because by Australia series, if Washi is fit, they might go with Jeddu, Washi, and Sutar as three. So so that is why I don't know if Kuldeep doesn't perform in the next test, I don't see him playing Australia. So
That'll be that I think will be sad.
Although Coach Saab came out and gave him a vote of confidence saying he's a great bowler and we trust him a lot. So, but yeah.
What's up,
Main
movement?
main
I
coach
think
Saab or the spin bowling coach said it for sure.
No, even Gigi.
no, even Gigi said it. But so what I don't get is so I don't get the utilization of, as Naveen put it, I don't get the utilization of Kuldeep by Gill. But I don't know what people in the back end are doing. So this has been my biggest complaint with this team management in red ball cricket, right? If they're seeing something is not working out, why are you not sending out the message saying that it is not working out? Ask them to try something different. Like, haven't you discussed this?
Okay, you tell me this at an international for a 32-year-old. Will the coach come and say bowl better line and lengths?
If somebody's sticking to something, maybe in their head they're thinking this is the best thing that I'm doing. Maybe somebody from outside could have come in and told maybe try something else. Like if after that if somebody's not listening to you, then that is there. But have you sent that word out? I don't know if something was that kind of sent to him. Even if it was sent to him, and even if he was thinking that bowling round the wicket into the rough is what my strength is, then that is the player's fault. I don't know if that message was sent to him as well.
So
So that
we're speculating whether the message was sent or
is
not.
sent.
But
Yeah.
but also I have one question to you. He had a sports hernia injury for which he had to go undergo a surgery, I think a year ago or something. Since
Yeah.
then, the amount of turn that he's been producing has decreased. The drift has decreased. So do you think his rehab has happened properly?
That
We
then that then causes quite a lot of more questions to COE, right? See, we are already, I think last call we already discussed how badly COE is performing in terms of rehab. So
So
Yeah,
this,
they don't have a scope. They don't
I
have a-
think he rushed into IPL. He didn't rush into, so he rushed into IPL post that. It was not any series of India.
but
And
again, that COE has to look into that, right? COE manages Indian players. It's not IPL
I think Lakshman came out
that
and told, right, they were not able to hire a replacement for their head physio.
Yeah. That has
Yeah,
been like
sporting
a head
sporting
sporting
sport,
doctor.
doctor.
no, head
But
sporting
sporting
doc.
it,
director.
it has been
It's a
2 years now. You
it's
cannot
a
say for two
horrible.
years
Yeah.
you're that is
Yeah. So anyway, so that's the
who,
answer. I mean, we are really very poor. So there's nothing to
Who
say
asked you
that
to let go of Nitin Patel? Who asked you
exactly.
to get low of Dr. Nitin Patel? Because you thought Andrew Lupus was coming. Andrew Lupus did not come. I mean, anyway, that's a mess. I
Yeah,
don't want to
that's
talk
a
about
mess.
that.
So yeah, so just in a simple statement, yes, COAs were earning poorly. But as on paper, that is what has happened. So the time since the sports hernia injury, because previous to sports hernia injury and operation, it was the England series where he performed very, very
Yeah.
well. And post that, I think across formats, his output went down.
So I understand the manage. See, I think there are three things here, right? One is the management not trusting him. Selectors not trusting him, which I don't think I think selectors are trusting him. The
Yeah.
management not trusting him, I don't know about that. Captain not trusting him, I can definitely say the captain is not trusting him because that is visible. The captain does not trust him. And I think from what I can talk about Gill's captaincy in his whatever short tenure, he will trust bowlers who will deliver results, right? Rather than trying to build a relationship with someone to
Yeah.
help them deliver results, right?
Yeah.
Now it's a young captain and every different captain is different, right? And I remember Kohli never used to trust. It took a long time for Kohli to build his relationship with Ashwin and Jadeja, right?
Because he
Uh,
was a fast bowler first approach
But
captain.
okay,
whatever.
but subcontinent was Sydney the Spin Fest, and it was these two people who won us
Yeah.
matches. Right?
So it takes time for him. I think Gill will evolve as a captain, and maybe you'll
There's no
find.
critique to him. It is more
No, it
of
is a critique, right? It is
there's no
so at least.
helping hand for him. No, but what I am trying to get at for Gill is you hurried him to captaincy, right? There no other as in no other, there were no senior players under him, right? When he started captaincy for him to learn from in a way. Like Virat was under MS for at least 4 years. In the similar way, it has happened before where no captaincy has never been thrown at someone. It was
I mean, it happens at one point of time when I think I don't know. I don't even know if you guys are one or not. When the entire match fixing scandal happened,
yeah,
captaincy was thrown on Ganguly. No one expected Ganguly to become. Ganguly
Exactly.
was not even in consideration till then.
And if you look at entire Ganguly's career, he was not the primo player that India had that he
No,
had to be the captain. He was just a better leader because Tendulkar was not ready. Dravid, they didn't look at Dravid as a leadership material. So Ganguly naturally just became a captain.
Tendulkar did want to captain. Tendulkar,
Did not
whenever he
want a captain.
captained, he was horrible at captaincy.
Yeah,
horrible
he
at
did not
captain.
want a captain, and Dravid was not ready, so they just thrust it on Ganguly, and Ganguly became the
So,
captain.
and Ganguly became the captain. So Ganguly was in the team for a long time as a captain than a
Yeah,
batter.
Mm.
Yeah.
right? So I think it sometimes it just thrust on you and you have to just take it and run with it. And he is typically it is thrust on the person they think will be the best batter.
Yeah,
That's how stupid captaincy has been ever.
In India, yeah.
No, across the world.
across the
I
world.
mean,
Across
yeah.
the world.
Cummins
That's
is
how it
the
has been.
very latest thing actually. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So, but anyways, so I don't want to get into all the details about captaincy, but uh, any last thoughts on Sri Lanka versus India? Bhuvan, anything that you have to want to add?
No, it was
think
a
one thing
test
is,
match that
uh,
I took I didn't watch much. But
Okay, so
So in the subcon, just to add to your Sri Lanka batting point, right? Once I think Pattam comes back, and where
Kusal
does
Mendes
Mendes
bats at Mendes at 6 or 7 because
6 or 7?
if he keeps his bat at 6 or 7, if he
6 or
doesn't
7.
keep, he'll
But
back at 3.
once Pattam is back, I would expect that Kamindu Mendes's median entry point will change, and at that point, I think the number 4 should also be better. But DDS moving to 4 and Mendes to 5
Chandimal
should be better.
bats 4, so that was the disruption.
Who
Chandimal bats
bats
3.
3?
no, I think Kamindu, like Kushal batted 3. Uh,
No, when if he was keeping, he bats
yeah,
6 or 7.
6.
If
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
doesn't keep, he'll bat 3.
3. Yeah.
So that's how it is.
That's how it is, right? So then it becomes that. But I think it's a batting order making, and I think they have to make their team for the home conditions. I think for the home conditions, their batting will be good. It's their bowling that they need to look into.
Yeah, Kishore, you had
Mm.
something, and we can move.
Yeah. So that is one thing, right? Concerning about Sri Lanka is, I think it has been 4 5 years that they're not consistently putting out a team. Either players are getting injured or players are not being in form, which is not
And you're
great
talking
if you
about across formats, right? Not
across
necessarily.
formats, not necessarily only in test matches. It has been bad. At least even in other formats, like you do not see them going. I don't know how many games that have gone into their 11 without making any changes from the previous 11. So every time I see their team sheet, I find this is there is some player that has been
You,
changed uh, from the last test match, which is not it's not great if you
yeah,
are an international team performing, because it is I get injuries and all, but every match not going with a team 11. Like if you're making the condition for the conditions, it's different. But if there are some external factors that
yeah.
are influencing it, it is bad. So that is where I feel it has to improve. Like I think in the previous generation, you knew that you knew what your 11 was, right? This time it is always you keep on guessing who will be in that 11. So that is something that they have to work on and change.
Yeah. But moving on.
One
Yeah,
doubt, sorry, is Matthews retired or is he injured?
Mm,
Matthews is
I mean,
45.
he's over. I know he's over, but is he retired or?
Yeah, he did retire on
I think he
Instagram
retired.
post.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
He's 45.
Ratna, is
Hmm.
Ratna playing?
Ratnayake is in the 15. I don't know whether he'll be picked tomorrow or not. He might be picked. Who knows? Over Lahir Kumara, he might be picked.
Yeah. It
Depends on the
depends on what
pitch.
kind of pitch. Yeah.
Yeah. But moving on, I don't know the podcast name. I think it's called For Love of the Cricket. This is the podcast that Josh Butt.
Irony in the name.
Is
For
it
love
is
of
it
the
for is it called For
for
Love of
love
the
of
Cricket?
For love of
the
Ben
cricket,
Stokes.
for
For
them,
Love of Ben Stokes. The podcast.
for detriment of cricket for the rest of the world.
Yeah. Stuart Broad and Josh Butler run this podcast together, and they recently did top 10 best
All
all
right.
rounders ever list. So I just want my cousins to react on that. Uh, you know, so I'll just read out the list from 10. Okay. And correct me where if I go wrong. I did note it down. 10 is Jadeja.
Stop there
Okay.
only. I mean, that
What
is
the hell?
Okay.
that is
9
where the
is
things go wrong.
that is where things go wrong. Okay. I think Lalit is not reacting yet. Right.
There's
Because
Uh,
nothing
at
to
two,
react for.
because at number 3 is such a
so much so
great
when I
player.
said Jadeja, Hyderabad में power गया. Right. Okay. 9 is we'll just wait for them to come back. But what do
Yeah.
you guys think about this entire best all-rounders thing that I think rest in peace, Garfield Sobers. I think ever since he passed on, all this is happening, and even I just hope Imran Khan is doing okay. He was just shifted to a
True.
private hospital yesterday. I think 2 days before. So I just hope
No,
thoughts
I
and
think he's again
prayers.
went back to jail, so they
Oh,
put him back.
damn, man. But thoughts
Yeah.
and prayers with Imran Khan, and I hope he recovers quickly.
Hmm.
But this idea of uh, you know best all-rounders is fascinating, and that's something that we should also consider doing more about. I think please go check out our previous all-rounders video, again related to Ben Stokes. But yeah,
No,
uh,
all-rounders are a fascinating breed. So yeah, of course, and especially when someone like the Sir Gary Sobers comes into
y-
Western States, comes into
yeah,
India and goes through this.
yeah. So 10 Jadeja, we already had Bhuvan say no. 9 is Pollock.
Bhuvan Navin left the call. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forget when
No,
did
no,
Pollock bat?
Pollock
This
batted.
no, no, four. No, I think that's why he's better all-rounder than Bhuvan. Four, three, open sometimes maybe. Oh yeah. That's what Stuart Broad and Mr. Butler believe. Yeah.
8
My,
is
my,
Keith. Yeah,
my,
sorry.
shouldn't it be 80 though? According to them, cricket does not exist before 80s. No, it's gone. No, they invented, then 80s came, then cricket again existed.
8 is Keith Miller. I don't know who 7 is. I keep forgetting who 7 is.
Yeah, seven. I'll read. No,
Freddie is
Oh,
7 if I'm
7
not
is Freddie
wrong.
Flintoff.
Very different off.
better than
So
Keith
Freddie
Miller, of
Flintoff
course.
over Keith
Of,
Miller, Pollock, and
And Jadeja.
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 of course. Why heart of 2005 England Ashes? They don't. Cricket does not exist outside that sphere.
Ashes. There is only Ashes and there is no cricket.
And
That
then
is.
there was Ashes. Beyond that, Big Bang Theory happened, Ashes happened. That's all.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing in between or after.
I don't understand this. 6 Imran,
Yeah.
5
5
Kapil.
Kapil, 4 Botham.
And there's
Yeah.
no
Can you?
Richard Hadley.
There's no
No.
Richard Hadley. There's
Who
no
Richard
Richard
Hadley?
Hadley in the list.
Who Richard Hadley? Who are you talking about?
No, but
Who Richard Hadley?
how can
Andrew
Imran be
Flintoff.
below Botham and Kapil? Imran has to be above Botham and Kapil.
Read who is above both of them. No. Then you'll understand why Imran is six.
Imran 6. Imran, the batter, the player who averaged above 50 and below 20, above 50 with the bat and below 20 with the ball in an entire decade.
Decade.
Okay, is 6. Kapil, Botham. And then comes the third greatest all-rounder ever is Ben
Ding, ding, ding,
Stokes.
ding, ding, ding,
Reluctantly Ben Stokes. They wanted to
Drum
put
roll.
him second. Reluctantly Ben Stokes at third.
Reluctantly, Ben Stokes at third.
What is the criteria? I don't get right. If you're emphasizing on batting, how is Pollock 9 and Jadeja 10? If you're emphasizing on bowling,
How is Pollock 9
How
and
is
Jadeja 10?
Just
how is
are you
Stokes 3?
are you born in England? First criteria.
no.
Then
There are
Gary
3
Sobers,
English all-rounders in this.
if this podcast would have come before Sir Gary Sobers would have passed away, he would be 9th or 10th. Just because he passed away, because people left.
Sorry to interrupt you, Lalitana, but the person whom we are talking as number 3, he was also not born in England.
He
He
played
was
for
also
England.
not
He was
born.
migrating.
He played, but he played for England.
Played for England. That's enough apparent. So you want to switch and play for England, you'll become number 1.
Exactly.
And then the second best. Okay, so this is how they went. Buttler went second, Sir Gary, first Jack Callis.
Of course.
At least Broad went first, Sir Gary, second Jack Callis.
What at least great. But my respect for Butler, like like literally dived, nose dived after I said that. Like I don't understand. Is this how cricket? That's why, of course, in English cricket is like this. So it's clear that you don't have to. And I'll be open about it. You call me whatever you want. If you don't want to use brain, and this is how you're ranking players without looking at numbers, without looking at stats, without. So the worst part is they can't even say they're vibe picking because they didn't even see half of these players in their lifetime, or at least 4 of these players in their lifetime. But
So-
no, they want to do this.
So my issue with this is, and just to carry on that thread, I understand you're a media personality and you have to do, controversial takes and everything. But also, one of you has played what, 160 tests? The other is an elite white ball batter, World Cup
World
winners,
Cup winner.
World Cup
IPL
winners,
winner,
both of them.
IPL winner, 100
IPL
winner.
winner, everything. 100 winner,
100 winner.
going as dream kid. Everything,
Bro.
right?
Like everything under the sun you won.
But this is how
Bro.
if you are, yeah, sorry, Bhuvan, yeah.
Yes. To be very honest, for controversial take also, you won't take such stupid things to say.
Yeah.
I mean, to be very honest, how much ever Ben Stokes is good at, he's not at three, and how much ever better Jack Callis is, he's not in top five.
We have done this ranking twice, and both times we have not put Callis and Stokes in top 10.
See, yeah,
I think
I
Callis
think
does
Callus
come
will
in
make
I
it.
top
think
10,
Yeah,
top
Callus
10.
will make it
top 10.
10.
But yeah, bottom
Stokes
10, right?
will,
Bottom half, right?
or after
Freddie
this,
didn't. Freddie didn't come in top 10.
Freddie didn't
Freddie
come in
should not
top 10
come.
at all.
Freddie should not
Freddie
come.
Oh,
should be lower than Stokes, to be honest, in a way.
He is
Yeah, you can.
lower
He is
than
lower.
Callis. He is
Yeah.
lower than Jadeja.
So yeah, definitely. After like after Sobers, Imran, you discuss about the 80 all rounders, and then you can discuss about Callus in the same breath. I can understand even if he makes a top five, but and even if you want to say what Ricky Ponting said about Callis, you can't use that as an argument to make him first above Gary Sobers. But the worst part is how big of chamchas or how much money are you getting from Ben Stokes that you have to pick him at three? This is the straight up question. Or how much of brain dead do you have to be that you have to do this?
Last episode they had Stokes, so they had
Yeah.
to do that courtesy of picking Stokes, right?
okay. So
I,
then is cricket journalism all about access then? So you have to
Yeah.
just please the person uh, that you're getting on your podcast or on your show.
I
Apparently.
think, but if cricket journalism is breaking walls and going into social media, isn't it about pleasing the people?
No, we can't call them cricket journalists. They are just people
Okay, even
who,
worse than they are not even journalists, but they are making this podcast to get views. If their entire point is to get views, then they are saying that we'll make so garish of false statements so that people like us will react. Is that what they're trying to do?
yeah,
Maybe,
maybe.
maybe. And they've achieved their aim. Moving on from one stupid statement to the other, a hilarious conversation that happened between two gentlemen. This is before the England-Pakistan series started, or I think during. And we will cover that also, the amazing England-Pakistan test. But Stuart Broad came out and said that, Pakistan is such a poor team that England should beat them 3-0. Salman Bhatt, I don't know why Salman Bhatt wanted to react to it. Salman Bhatt reacted saying, "Oh, Pakistan is not playing great cricket at that time, but calling it a poor team is too much. You keep losing 5 love in Ashes to
Us.
keep losing 5 love in Ashes. Does that make you a poor team, right?" But moving on, my question is, after looking at the first test where England and Pakistan, and I'll just give you England won by 103 runs, innings and 103 runs. I forgot innings before that, right? Do you think Pakistan is a poor team or England or in
I
3 days? By
think
the way, this match ended in 3 days.
Such a
Less than 3 days.
Less than
complicated statement to make. Is
less than
I
three
Pakistan a
days.
poor team? Is Pakistan a team? Maybe.
England
What
are a
a
poor team. Is Pakistan a team?
Okay, let's answer that.
this should be the
Okay?
headline of this
That's
podcast.
the
This is the
question for
take.
this section.
Is a poor team.
I
Is Pakistan a team?
I think I will just say that this series is just for memes to come out. That's it. There's nothing positive that will come out for the cricketing thing or for any cricketing purpose. It's just to
I'm ba-
satisfy us fans to talk about such wonderful
Mickey
things
out
that
of them.
these two teams do. So I will
And
say these
beautiful
two are pookie
statements.
teams.
Wonderful. I think Pookie is a bit much, but these two are the viral teams. But wonderful statement by Naveen and Bhuvan. I'll try to follow it. Might not be as good as them. Pakistan is the hype man of England. Is all I can say.
Hype machine of England.
Hype
Okay,
machine of England.
okay. Kishore, you have a one-liner before we deep
You,
dive?
you want average? Come and play with us. You want wickets? Come and play with us. You want victories? Come and play with us.
What? Like, England won means it doesn't mean they're a great team. So it is it is just like a blind defeating a blind. I don't want to degrade anybody, but over here it's like saying that uh, I hit a arrow, you hit a arrow. Who hit the longest arrow? So I won it.
Okay,
I will make
interesting.
a very bad statement, and sorry, it will get a bit adulterated. But Pakistan are basically a push-up bra for the England team. It's seriously, it's not nothing else than that. And sorry, but yeah.
Hype machine, blind arrows, push up bras. I don't even know. But I'll just give the summary for everyone. So Pakistan, I think England won the toss and Pakistan batted first. Pakistan scored 171. And that was possible because of a partnership between Abdullah Shafiq and
Imam
Imamul
al-Haq.
Haq. I think it was right 91 run partnership. Abdullah Shafiq made 61. No one else scored any runs. Doesn't even matter. If you want me to go through the scorecard, yes,
No.
Imam scored 42. I don't know
Before
what you'll do with that 42.
I
Even at
wanted
61,
to
I don't know what you'll do, but
before the test started, I want to say, does Abdullah Shafiq even deserve to play test after the match is over? I'm like, do the other 10 players deserve to be seriously?
Abdullah Shafiq just scored a century versus West Indies, so he deserves.
No, at
But yeah,
number 5, I don't understand his batting at all. Anyway, yeah.
no, he
No,
was an opener. He was an opener. Right?
No, I
Then he
think you're
became number
saying
three in the last test. Now he is number 4 because apparently best batter batted number 4.
Babar is not
Babar
there.
is not there, so Abdullah Shafiq did. Right?
The best
I
part
don't.
about the first innings was Tung and Robinson getting half a ball each
Oh,
Yeah,
after both of them picked up 5 wickets.
sorry. I got confused. I wanted to talk about South Shakil. South Shakil at number 5. It feels like a number 7, number 8 batter was batting at number 5.
I don't understand why Rizwan is playing 7. Aga should be
Yeah.
playing 7. Rizwan should be playing
He should be playing
6.
or 5.
it,
South Shakil
it
cannot go on that, man. I don't
Uh,
understand. South
And
Shakil, when
and
he plays T20, I can find technical faults. How is he playing red ball cricket?
He's
because
their
he
best
scored
red
a
ball batter, by the way.
century because he scored a century in the tour game.
No, but also
I
he's been the best red ball batter in the recent times.
I know. Then I went back and looked at it. He has some numbers around it. At number 5, I don't understand his batting at all. Anyway, sorry, go on.
yeah, I'm sorry, but after what has happened with the beautiful non-dismissal thing, uh, I don't think Rizwan and Aga both should play. What the fuck was that?
We'll come to the second innings, but yeah, like Naveen said, Ollie Robinson and Josh Tongue took 5 wickets each. I think it is the first time happening after 2005
I don't
when
know. I don't know
Monty
when
and
it
Steve
happened last.
Monty and Steve Harmison took Monty Panesar and Steve Harmison took 5 wickets each, and after
Oh,
that it's happening again. And then they went to the
Happening
curator
in
and said,
English cricket or in
I think in
international?
English cricket, and then they went to the curator, and the curator apparently had this bag of tools which he used to cut the ball perfectly into half. So each one has a half. Someday it's cricket memorabilia, so it'll go for some millions of dollars. Anyways,
Chichi, English. It's a troll. It's a troll ball. That's why it was cut into half.
anyways,
By the time we said troll, the power in Hyderabad came back. So
yes. So you can see the power, right? And then in England followed that up with their first innings. Uh, I think Duckett was very lucky to even score 15 runs. He should have been out in the first over. It was, yeah, it was. I don't know why he was not given. Is it Dharmsena who's the?
yeah, I think it was
I
two yellows and two reds
two
and
reds, two
and
reds and one yellow or something. And who's the? I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm watching so much test match. Oh no, it's Chris Gaffney and Alauddin because I think Dharmsena and Nitin Menon are in Australia. I'm
Australia.
confused with the
oh.
empires where they
Yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Because I remember Nitin Menon walked up to someone and said, "Don't do this."
To Smith
Then
and said, "Don't do
now I
this."
remember, yeah, to Smith he said, "Do this." He was
Yeah,
trying to
but okay.
influence Bangladesh players or DRS. Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking in Bangla. I don't know what Smith was trying to understand in Bangla. Nitin Menon had to walk up and say, "Boss, what? You don't even understand.
I only
What are
don't
you trying to say?"
understand that, bro.
Anyways, um, no one scored a century, but there were 4 half-centurions with Jordan Cox batting at 3,
3,
scoring a
4, 5,
breezy
6.
73. Joe Root in his 66th Test match as captain, wearing number 66, scored 66. I don't know how he could have scored a century.
I think Harry Brook asked him to get out after that.
Dan Lawrence scored a 51. justifying his selection. The batter who improved his average versus Pakistan from 84.10
Again,
to 84.72, but has not scored a century in so
England.
long in England. Harry Brook, the Pakistan tormentor, scored 91,
And
giving away his
apparently
wicket,
doesn't know how to play.
and
ah,
apparently doesn't know how to play spin.
cutting everything in half.
Uh, the Pakistan bowling performance was in half. Yeah, the ball, the stumps, the bat, everything is cut in half. Ali Usman took 5 wickets. I can't imagine a spinner on taking 5 wickets
In
On
England,
on overcast
Impossible.
conditions.
in overcast
In
conditions.
First innings. Like, what is that?
I'll read you the bowling figures, right? Ali Usman, 24 overs, 1 maiden, 95 runs, 5 wickets. Economy, 3.95. Mohammad Ali, 19 overs, 89 runs, 1 wicket. Economy, 4.68.
they were scoring at 5.
Khurram Shahzad,
England
21
was
overs,
scoring at 5.
133.
So,
Economy, 6.09. The only bowler who went below 3.5, Mohammad Abbas. Right? Now, this is a bowling attack, which is giving away runs for, I'm telling you, Khurram Shahzad's the way. I mean, so you've taken 2 wickets of 48. You're trying to come back in the match. Khurram comes in, bowls, one outside off, taking an edge, 2 down the leg side where it was flick for boundary, 1 short and wide when it went for boundary. The number of overs where they gave away more than 10 runs. This is bizarre bowling. This is pathetic bowling. I like, okay, at this point of time, I can't even call them a poor team because are they a
Yeah,
team?
are their team. But I think at least they should do something, right? What they can do in the second test coming up is just pick spinners, bro. Does not matter. Who can roll an arm? South Story.
No,
even,
Whoever can
Sajid
roll.
Khan. Their best
in,
bowler is Sajid Khan. Lovely mustache. I love that mustache and that look. In the second innings of Pakistan, they were bowled out for
no,
135. I don't even.
wait. In the England innings, Pakistan did some brilliancy behind the stumps that we should talk about.
Not brilliantly, just behind the stumps, everywhere, right? On the field. They
No,
were escorting balls to boundaries, is what I was reading.
when I read that Imam was batting, shadow batting, practicing his batting,
Oh my
shadow batting,
God.
fielding at the boundary,
Yeah,
trying to score something.
I mean
Trying to pick off outside off again.
the stupidity of you appealing and not running the batsman out has to go down. As Bhuvan said, this is memes. This is pure memes.
Pure vibes and beats.
Don't remind me England,
Is
Pakistan,
Imam
and
Sao or Chacha Inji? He was remembering his uncle and he was doing shadow. Forgetting to do anything else on the pitch.
As it was in 2019 or 2023. So, no, 2021. The famous meme. ये कोई मजाक हो रही है?
That is
What the fuck
2019.
is this?
That is 2019 only.
apparently मजाक ही हो रही है.
वो
World
मजाक
Cup.
ही है बोला ना तू एक शब्द बोला पाकिस्तान इंग्लैंड के लिए क्या है मैंने बोला हाइप मशीन है बस so, आके थोड़ा करके but I think the best thing as Bhuvan already mentioned in our chat is who to Harry Brook for not able to maintain 100 strike rate a century and all बाद में क्या 100 strike rate
Bhai, they had a spinner bowling, right? If not for spinner, he would have maintained 100.
Yeah.
four
He can-
spinners go with 4 spinners bro just continue bowling new ball spin any ball spin
Salman Ali agar start bowling then.
He's a registered all-rounder who doesn't bowl and doesn't bat. So,
Who used to feel not anymore. Who used to feel not anymore.
Yeah.
For love of cricket, he is a top 10 all-rounder. No doubt. Registered.
he's above Ben Stokes.
Number
Second
3
best.
spot. Just below California.
But just to complete, Pakistan in the second innings got bowled out for 135. I don't even want to say anything. Rizwan scored. I don't want to talk about Rizwan and his batting. He got bowled trying to hack. He got bowled trying to hack a ball away. But anyways, Ollie Robinson took 3 wickets. Archer took 3 wickets, and Tung again took 3 wickets. The man of the match went to Ollie Robinson for his 8 wickets, and he's over the moon apparently. But having said all this, I don't know why I'm talking about details when you're right. It shouldn't be about details. It should be about everything else. Salman Agha said later that they were outplayed in all 3 departments, and he is happy that Babar is going to come back as the captain for
They
next
didn't
test.
play. It's not their outplay. They didn't play.
So outplayed. 0, 1, outplay.
Right?
Outplay.
And this is a
I
West Indies
mean,
team which is just coming back from a victory in Port of Spain.
Pakistan.
yeah.
Sorry,
Pakistan.
this is a Pakistan. See, look at my mind. Right? This is a Pakistan team
And he's
which is
like,
coming.
who will come back? I'm happy that Babar is coming. Take up
Who,
captain of this team.
who will they
I-
drop?
Out
Salman
Shakil.
Ali Agha should go. Walk out.
So I'll tell you how they do it. If you ask me, they should drop Imam and Shan should open with Azan Aves, but they'll drop the youngster because that's what they do. Imam and Shan will open. Abdullah Shafiq will play 3, and Babar will play 4.
Over and above the audacity of the English commentators to gloat by saying, "Oh, we defeated Pakistan." Like, bro, chill.
And
No,
Australia
and-
lost to Bangladesh.
Yeah. So,
And
no,
Australia
listen.
lost to Bangladesh.
Exactly. So England lost to Australia. Bangladesh defeated Australia. Bangladesh defeated Pakistan. It's only meaningful now for Bangladesh to go to England. Show them what they are.
No. In this circular relationship, right? Australia beat England. Okay. But Australia beat England. England beat Pakistan. Pakistan lost to Bangladesh. Bangladesh beat Australia. So who's the best team? England. 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 Right?
Of course, England. Of course, England.
I don't know what to ask, what not to ask on this.
For
because this
for
is-
formality purposes, I will ask. Do you feel they will, like, with bat, will Pakistan score 150 in the next
What?
test?
They will.
I,
Definitely next. See,
Okay,
I
I have a prediction for next test.
Okay.
when I have
Will
a
Babar
prediction.
will Babar score a century? Let's go. Satta,
No.
satta.
Babar 50.
No.
Babar
No.
89 not out.
I will back. I will say Babar 100
Jai Babar.
Jai Babar.
with Rizwan 50.
But I am saying
Oh.
Pakistan will win the next game.
Exactly.
Ah.
Same thing. That is my prediction. Pakistan will win the next game.
Jai
That is
Babar.
my prediction too.
Jai Babar. Jai
Jai
Babar.
Babar.
Jai Babar.
Babar will become with 10 test victories, like the
Yeah,
most.
10. Most.
Oh.
Away victories. Captain with most away victories out of the first 13 tests. No, I expect Pakistan to. Because that is what you expect in a meme series.
I
Right?
hope.
All the learnings that they had, they will take it to the next test. Right?
Forget it.
And they will start from
No,
the
Ollie
scratch
Robinson
again.
will be injured.
Of
Right?
course.
Ollie Robinson will be injured. First that goes out. Right? They'll
So
get
you know
Matthew
what
Pod.
will happen? The best thing that will happen. Jofra Archer will come, he will pull a hamstring, he will go say Tata bye bye. And he
Okay.
will come just before the ODI World Cup, being like, oh, I am fit. This
Okay,
is what's
that
gonna happen. They'll play one bowler shot.
I'm thinking Ollie Robinson will be injured because he'll be out partying. Now there's no curfew. Root has come out and said
Yeah.
there is no more curfew. You can do whatever you want to with your lives. Right? So
Brook
I
ko
don't.
fake pakdo.
I feel
Right?
like, I think the best outcome would be Pakistan to win. But as we mentioned, what Pakistan is to England already so many times, I don't want to repeat this thing again.
Oh,
It's very
Lord.
difficult for Pakistan to win.
So the thing is, Lords, right? Lords has got a demerit point. They might want to make like a not a
Decent.
difficult pitch.
Yeah.
Right? They might want to
Draw
make like
pitch.
a but what will happen because they don't have the knowledge, it'll be spinning.
But no, then what will Pakistan do? They will choose
They-
the three fast
No.
bowlers. They
No,
will
no,
go
no.
with that.
No,
I'll
no.
tell you what they'll do. They
They
will
will,
drop.
they will drop their spinner. They will drop their spinner, bring in another fast bowler.
No.
That they will do.
No. They'll play 2 spinners. Right? They'll play
You are saying
Sajid
Sajid will
and
go.
Usman.
Are you
Right?
sure Sajid will go?
They will drop Mohammad Abbas because they don't want control.
Best player, no. Best player they'll drop. Best bowler
Yeah.
they'll drop.
They don't want Mohammad. They don't want. They'll get Ubaid, who's their newbie rookie, because he can bowl 145.
Yeah,
The
he's
obsession
coming.
of
He's coming.
145.
He's coming.
Huh?
Ubaid's to come.
Ubaid will come, and then they'll pick Amir Jamal so that they can extend their batting to 9.
For
I
what? To
still
get a
collapse
win.
under
Three fast
150.
bowlers. All the three
Even
fast
get
bowlers are dropped from this
I'm
game.
telling you,
Yeah,
even
that
if
is my prediction.
that so even if it's a spin pitch, Joe Root Pfeiffer. I'm telling you, that is what Pakistan is there.
No, not Joe Root. Dan Lawrence Pfeiffer. Dan Lawrence
Harry
Pfeiffer.
Brook. Harry Brook. You're
Wait,
forgetting the man with
I
the
think
bat and the
Naveen
ball.
predicted a Dan Lawrence Piper, right? Naveen predicted Dan Lawrence to get 5 wickets or something, right?
No.
No, okay. So sorry. Okay, who do you think will be the player of the series?
Ollie
Harry Brook.
Robinson.
Harry Brook.
Ollie Robinson.
Brook.
Ollie
Brook.
Robinson. Robinson Brook. I'll tell you. Pakistan Sarfaraz Ahmed.
Or
To be dropped
sacked.
after
For
the
not
to be
playing.
sacked. Man of the
Coach?
series to be sacked.
He's coach
Yeah.
or selector?
He's the coach
He's
right
everything. He's now everything. Pakistan.
And he is also a
Pakistan
player.
management now is everybody's everything.
now. Actually,
Mr. Mohsin Naqvi, not Mohsin Naqvi, the director of cricket. What is his name?
Akib Javed.
Akib Javed is everything. He's a coach, selector, everything. He conducts training camps, everything. Mr. Sarfraz Ahmad does everything. Miss Bowler does
Sarfaraz-
everything.
Sarfaraz Ahmed
Mike
has
Hesson
still
does
not
everything.
retired.
Yeah.
But okay.
No, he retired. No, he retired. He gave up. He gave retirement. He gave. So that's why he was selected as he was picked as
So
coach.
he retired one day before, the next day was made the coach.
Okay, so he will do a Shahid Afridi. He'll come back.
Anyone can do a Shahid Afridi.
Everyone can do it.
But any thoughts on this? I know it's any closing thoughts, anything that you want to talk about this? If you know it, we can move on.
I mean, after
I
this
mean-
series, both the teams will be out of the championship.
Are they not currently?
No, they are anyway out, but it is
I think
anyway certain.
Pakistan is out.
Are you getting feed directly from Stuart Broad to think that they're still in championship?
Dude, if Broad is paying you, you have to distribute that money amongst 5 of us. Okay, it cannot be that Broad only pays you. Huh?
It
I
He
mean,
also
is
want
he's the
broad
only
money.
English supporter, no? So apparently,
Pakistan are already out. I don't think Pakistan have a chance of
I mean,
qualifying.
officially West Indies is only out till now, but
Okay.
see,
any
on
yeah,
paper, yes, but I test
Aha.
the
you
best
can't.
result though is Pakistan winning now and making the series 1-1. I think that is the memest of the meme outcome that we get. It'll be fun.
You know
And
what
they'll
I
go and
want?
lose the final test.
I want
Yeah, but the
Harry Brook
victory
to
at
play.
Lords.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Misbah push-ups.
I want Harry Brook to play a stupid shot once again.
Again, as I said, don't care about numbers. 100 strike rate is important.
Yeah.
100 strike rate is important.
I want a golden duck from him. That's it.
100 strike
That's
rate.
the only.
नहीं 100 कैसे होगा?
0
100, 0, 0 of 100.
So that is diamond duck. That is not golden
Diamond.
duck.
0
Yeah.
by 1 0. So 0 strike rate.
No, diamond duck is infinity strike rate.
Diamond Duck is infinity strike rate, yes.
Only Kohli can pull it off.
And Abhi wo kiya na, the opener of Pakistan.
Azana has got 0 of 1, right?
0 of 1.
Pehli
No,
ball
0
pe out.
0. Platinum duck.
Platinum Duck.
First ball of
No.
first ball of
That
the
No,
is
match.
0 of 1.
0 of 1. First ball of the series. That's why it
Yeah.
is Platinum Duck.
Platinum.
Okay.
Let's make more metals and ducks. On that note, because we have nothing more to talk about and we have spoken about everything that we can about the memest of the meme series, please continue to follow Howzzat Cuz on both YouTube and Instagram. We have a sibling channel, Backfire Cuz, where we'll be putting out all the updates on football as the football season is about to start. We also do some amount of F1 on that, so please follow that also on YouTube and Insta. Like, share, and subscribe, and keep following us everywhere. We are Howzzat Cuz. We are 5 cousins in 3 countries doing this because we love the sport. Thank you.